You are watching the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship from Los Angeles, California, presented by Sky Zone. And welcome everyone to the first ever Ultimate Trampoline Dodgeball Championships presented by Sky Zone here in Los Angeles, California. My name is Trace Worthington and I'm joined by dodgeball icon Ed Prentice. Ed, a big day for these athletes and a huge day for the sport of dodgeball.
Oh, that's right, Trace. The sport's going to a whole new level. Yeah. Sky Zone has its trampolines. You'll see them all over the place. These guys are going to be flying around. They're fearless. They can land wherever they want. You're going to see a lot of action, and it's going to be a really exciting day.
21 teams vying for $100,000 in prize money. A big day for these athletes. Before we get to the quarterfinals, let's meet the teams and see how they got there.
We must protect this house!
Bringing that noise.
My name is Vince Marchbanks. I'm the captain of Team Doom.
Heyo. Dude, I know what they're doing. Watch out, your shoe's untied.
Name's Nick Sherman. I'm captain of the Beast Mode.
Duck, dodge, dive.
I'm Mike Caterino, captain of Team BAMF. Don't do drugs, stay in school. Watch out, baby!
I'm Dave Kutner. I'm captain of the CANUCKATEERS.
Got a winner!
My name is Matt Derwall. I'm the captain of the Dream Team.
It's game time.
So let's set up the tournament with a look at our brackets. 21 teams were cut down to 8 this morning after the preliminary rounds. Let's take a look at this quarterfinal action with the matchup of Team BAMF from Sky Zone Boston in red, taking on Sky Zone Houston's Headhunters in blue. And Ed, in the first couple games of this quarterfinal, Team BAMF was able to take an early 2-0 lead with the heavy attacks and consistent play.
Yeah, Trace, and ironically, each of these two teams have a set of twins. The Giovinco twins from the Boston team had the upper hand in the first two games with big kills.
Boston team's made up of 5 players led by Captain Mike Caterino, Derek Cutter, Matt Giovinco, Michael Oliveira, and Andrew Giovinco, the twin brother of Matt. And they'll try to wrap up this quarterfinal against Houston's Butler twins, Sean and Deshawn, Michael Young, Riley Julian, and Clayton Franklin. So let's pick up the action in Game 3. Houston's been tough, Ed, but they have to find a way to win here in this third game to survive.
Yeah, and if you notice, they start off with a ball in the middle, and that's the extra ball. Each team gets 2, and watch Giovinco as he moves up towards that ball. Boston really wants to get an upper hand and grab it, and there they go. And they get a great start. They've got a ball advantage, and they're ready to unload.
And here we go, your first look at Ultimate Dodgeball on trampolines. I mean, this is an arena full of trampolines. Some of these guys used to the hard court, Ed, but right here, a lot of springing action.
Yeah, these Sky Zone courts are amazing. And if you look at the Houston team, they're used to this because that's where they grew up on these trampoline courts. They've been playing tramp since day one. Boston team, completely different. They're a court team, but they've been playing together a long, long time. And you can see that right now as they start to just take aim at these Houston guys.
The whistle blows, the refs come in.
Holy smokes, yeah, wait till we sort this out, because what it looks like happened here is I think Matt Giovinco took out Riley Julian. Julian didn't realize it, continued to play, and he hit Cutter. And here, we'll take a closer look. So if you catch up here on the close-up, you'll see Ryan Julian right there in the corner. He gets hit in the ankle and the leg area, and there it is right there, bang. And now he doesn't notice it. He's still pushing the action. Giovinco's backing up, pointing, talking to the ref, and he just gets himself in a bad spot. I mean, it's a great acrobatic move there with that flip. But here's what happens when you turn your back in dodgeball. You just no way for you to protect yourself. And what happened was Clayton Franklin came up the center and took him out while he was arguing with the ref, and that'll cost him.
Well, the Butler twins still out there for Team Houston. Now it's 4-on-3. What's the strategy here, Ed?
Well, if you're Boston, you don't want to do what they just did, which was unload a ball without throwing simultaneous. And now they've got to back up, and they've got to wait for Houston to throw a few more their way. And Houston does. And oh my gosh, look at that catch. Okay, what happened there is Caterino, he gets hit, ball pops up, Oliveira makes a great catch, and in comes Matt Giovinco. And that swung it this whole game around right there.
Yeah, from 4-on-3 to 3-on-2, Boston is up. Cutter wails one in there, nails Clayton Franklin in the head, and then he goes back and then catches the ball, winning it for his team. Boston up 1 game.
Yeah, that was just amazing right there. I mean, Cutter, just a huge personal effort right there. Look at the Boston guys going crazy. I mean, take a look at this replay right here. You know, the Boston guys are pressing, and this is that amazing play we saw earlier where it hits Caterino. Oliveira makes an amazing catch, brings back in Matt Giovinco. Everybody's pointing, everybody's trying to figure out what happened, but here's what happened. There it is, Caterino. Oliveira just gives it up for his team. That brings back in Matt Giovinco, and look at this. Bang! Headshot right to Michael Young, and out he goes. And then you got poor Butler back there, 1 against 3, and there's just not much that's going to happen on that. There's just no way he can keep up. And check out this play from Cutter. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Dodge, jump, catch, game over. And Michael Young throws the ball down, but there's nothing Houston could do at that point. I mean, and you can even look here. I mean, Boston's working the tramps. They're having fun out there, and they own this game.
We got this. We didn't come all the way from Boston and Philly to lose right now. We got this. All right, thank you.
Love you, Mom.
So Boston confident in their chances. More dodgeball action when we return to Sky Zone in Los Angeles, California. Don't go anywhere.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
If you're a fan of Ultimate Dodgeball, you won't want to miss a minute of the action. Get involved with our Facebook team. You'll find us at facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball. Watch competition and check out upcoming events and tournaments. See videos and photos and meet the teams and start one of your own. You can also locate Sky Zone indoor trampoline parks in your area. So like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball and join the growing community of Ultimate Dodgeball.
Time to ride the rails with the new Chuggington die-cast track system. For the first time ever, you can stack your track as high as the sky. Now you can build your tracks a whole new way, because all Chuggington playsets are designed to combine. You can start with Wilson's Wild Ride. Connecting tracks is easy to do. What you build is up to you. You can launch from the Stormmaker machine where the wind starts to howl. Wilson spirals down past the cones and round and round. Wilson's Wild Ride Deluxe Action Playset from Tomy.
You are watching the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship from Los Angeles, California, presented by Sky Zone, the ultimate 3D play experience. Locate a Sky Zone in your area by visiting skyzonesports.com. Earlier, Ed and I went down to the court to learn how to play dodgeball and discuss the rules.
Ed, before we get back to the action, what are some of the important rules?
Well, it's really pretty simple, Trace. It's just like you play in the schoolyard. In this case, we got 2 teams of 5. There are 5 balls. Each team starts with 2 balls. 1 ball will be in the center aisle, and either team can go for that ball when the game starts. The basic thing will be hits. That'd be the first place to start. And how it works is if someone throws the ball and hits me, obviously I'm out. However, the ball stays live until it hits the ground or one of the walls.
All right, so hit's important, but what about catching the ball?
Well, catching is critical, because if I I throw the ball at you and you catch it, obviously I am out. But on top of that, you get to bring in one of your players who was out earlier to join your team. So it really can swing a game.
And what about deflecting the ball?
Okay, now deflection goes back to what I said about hitting. The ball is always live until it hits the ground or the wall. So if I throw the ball and it deflects off of your ball, it's still live, which means if it hits you, you can be put out, or if it hits you and another teammate, they can be put out as well.
And the only piece of equipment is this rubber ball, and these athletes are throwing this, what, 65, 70 miles per hour, Ed?
Yeah, these guys are smoking it. This is a 7-inch rubber ball. There's a lot of different types out there, but this little guy can really hum, and these guys can throw it over 70 miles an hour. So you're going to see some great hits today.
Some stingers. I bet it hurts when it hits you that hard.
That's for sure.
All right, guys, let's get back to the quarterfinal action. And here's our quarterfinal brackets. Earlier, Boston advanced to the semifinals. In our quarterfinal matchup, Sky Zone Toronto CANUCKATEERS versus Sky Zone Atlanta Ray Lewis. Let's take a look back at the highlights, Ed.
Trace, after falling behind 2 games to the Canadians, the team from Atlanta in the gray shirts ended up 4-on-4 and in a flurry of action lose 3 key players, ending up with the last man standing. And as in the case of many of these games, the team with the man advantage, they can just kind of sit back and hang back there and wait. And all they have to do is really get a catch or let this guy lose all his balls, and then they can just pick them off. And there's the catch, and there's the game. And that basically just moved the CANUCKATEERS from Toronto forward into the semifinals.
So a big catch for the CANUCKATEERS, and they will meet up the winner of the quarterfinal between Sky Zone St. Louis Dream Team matched up with Sky Zone Buffalo Beast Mode.
Yeah, and you'll watch St. Louis here. I mean, they just came out here in game 1, and they were just on the attack. I mean, look at Buffalo can't even get a playoff. They're just scrambling, and St. Louis is pressing. I mean, doing trick shots like that, calling guys out. And game 1 wasn't even a contest. And unfortunately for Buffalo, it didn't get any better in game 2 because St. Louis came out and did the same thing, pressing, taking the game to them. And then game 3 shows up, and really there was no challenge out there. I mean, St. Louis was playing up front, jumping, diving, and finally catching and ending the whole thing for Buffalo as St. Louis moves on.
So with one semifinal set, that St. Louis will take on Toronto's CANUCKATEERS. Our last quarterfinal game pits Sky Zone Riverside Doom versus a team who has been favored by some, Sacramento Ham. And checking out the lineups, Team Doom featuring Captain Vince Marchbanks. He can fire them out there, and Justin Payan, Cole Harrell, Nate Kreider, and Ismael Blanco. They'll take on Ham, led by Captain Phil Middleton, Jarrell McNeil, Josh Delio, Craig Robert Watts, and Ryan Morris make up that team. And this is a big matchup at the earlier rounds, as Sacramento has been touted as the favorite through many of the earlier rounds.
That's true, Trace, but Riverside Doom is a very experienced team, and I'll tell you, everyone here has been talking about them. If anyone can take out Ham, it is definitely the team from Riverside. And we're going to pick up the action here in game 3, and Team Ham right now is actually down 2-0, so it's surprising seeing Phil Middleton there looking so comfortable, because they got to be a little shaken up. And Doom's not messing around. They're pressing right away because they know if they take this one out, Ham's going home.
Doom from Sacramento, California, closest to you on the screen on the far side, Team Ham from Sacramento.
Yeah, and Doom's got some throwers. Let me tell you, the Riverside team, Marchbanks, one of the strongest guys out there with this throw, and then you've got Justin Pine, who's right there with him, and Nathan Kreider can hurl this ball. So it's a team you definitely got to look out for.
So Marchbanks releases the ball finally, and what happened here? The refs come in.
Yeah, they're going to sort this out. It looks like there was a warning here, possibly a delay of game. The referee's going to step back to the side.
And what happens in a delay of game? Is somebody holding on to a ball too long?
Yeah, what happens is the balls all go over to the other team. If you're holding on too long, that's the ultimate penalty.
Now Marchbanks, a very tall individual, just firing him in. Look at that throw, huge velocity.
Yeah, and one of the things that Marchbanks likes to do is sit on that ball, and the ref really should be warning him right now, but it's because everyone's afraid of his throw, so he's able to sit back there and look at him. I mean, he's just waiting, and they know it. He's waiting to unload on these guys as he steps forward.
That's Marchbanks on the top left-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, and you got to watch out for him because he's just got a cannon, and if he unleashes, and bang, there it goes. He just fires one to Ryan Morris and takes him out over in that corner. I don't even think Morris saw that thing coming. And now it does not look very good for Team Ham, the team out of Sacramento. He's got Middleton back there, and we've got Jarrell McNeil, and they're playing really pretty defensive right now. And here comes Middleton. I mean, he's a very aggressive player. I'm sure this is eating at him, but he doesn't want to take any risks.
Well, Doom up right now 3-2, and also 2-0. So the team hand from Sacramento, a favorite here today, circling the drain as they got to make a big move if they want to come back.
Yeah, and I don't like this strategy by Sacramento. I mean, these guys are spread out. They need to get together. They need to throw together. They're throwing randomly, and I will tell you, the team from Riverside will pick them apart. And there you go. Middleton's down. And bang, look at Pyan. I mean, he's fired up. He takes out McNeil and ends the game right there. And, Riverside's moving on.
A 3-0 sweep by the powerful team from Riverside, California. Doom will advance to the semis.
Yeah, and nobody would have thought that. I mean, both these teams came in. They're both from California. They both play really well. But it was amazing how the team from Riverside played today. I mean, you can just see them here, one play after another. Bang, there's Marchbanks firing off around, they just can't get out of their own way over there. It's just too many things are coming at them too quickly, and Sacramento just couldn't keep up. And here, watch this, all three coming up, moving. Marchbanks, they even have a ball, and he's moving.
It's a tough draw for Sacramento here in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I don't think they were happy to see these brackets, but look at Middleton using that tramp too. He covered two different sections of that trampoline coming back. I mean, he's a very athletic player. They just need to get it together today. And then watch that rocket from Pyan. I mean, it looks like a pitcher on the pitcher's mound, doesn't he?
Yep, tons of action to come as we will have the semifinals from the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship from Los Angeles, California in a moment.
If you're a fan of Ultimate Dodgeball, you won't want to miss a minute of the action. Get involved with our Facebook team. You'll find us at facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball. Watch competition and check out upcoming events and tournaments. See videos and photos and meet the teams and start one of your own. You can also locate Sky Zone indoor trampoline parks in your area. So like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball and join the growing community of Ultimate Dodgeball.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
The Ultimate Dodgeball Championship program you are watching is presented by Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience. Center Edge Software, serious software for a fun business. John Sackage Company, rigging specialist. With additional support from Lawrence Fabric. Show your logo. And Gopher Dodgeballs. We'll return to the Ultimate Dodgeball Championships in a moment.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Los Angeles and the Ultimate Trampoline Dodgeball Championship presented by Sky Zone. Trace Worthington and Ed Prentice. Thanks for hanging with us so far. Great quarterfinal round action in the books. Now it's time to move on to the semis. We're looking at Toronto and St. Louis in semifinal heat number 1. Ed, thoughts on that?
Well, Toronto's a very methodical team, while St. Louis is going to be flying around these courts. So that matchup will be very interesting to see what wins out there.
And the Toronto team, the CANUCKATEERS, made up of Captain Dave Kuttner, Eric Cerudo, he's a great catcher, Jason Mergler, Jeff Snow, Jonah Koplowitz, and then Michael Laziak. And the team from St. Louis calling themselves the Dream Team, made up of BJ Kuntz, otherwise known as Benjamin, Chris Connor, Jordan Haworth, Matt Dubois, and Zach Hayes.
And before we watch this semifinal matchup, let's take a moment to meet these two great teams from St. Louis and Toronto.
We are the Dream Team from St. Louis, Missouri.
We're going to work as a team and take it game by game.
Team strategy is just hit them before they hit us.
Well, I grab the ball, and then I hit the other team with the ball, and I get them out of the game.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
What's the matter? CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
Watch out for Canada.
Canadians are generally labeled as, I guess, harmless and nice. When we play dodgeball, though, we bring it.
1, 2, 3, Canada! We came all the way from Toronto, Canada for the cash prize.
With the lockout going on right now in the NHL, can't play hockey, might as well play dodgeball.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee!
Yeah, what's really interesting here is look at Canada way up front and look at St. Louis just hanging back. And that's not the way they played in this tournament up till this point. I mean, they were playing very aggressive, and that's how they were winning. So I'm not sure why they're playing this style, but we'll see how it works out.
Well, this is the first time these guys have met each other in this tournament. Do you think there's a strategy to that?
I really don't know. I've never seen St. Louis play this style, but Canada's playing their game, and I think St. Louis has got to get together. I mean, they're all separated there. They're bunched up, and there's a drop, another man down. There are two guys. They're separated to different corners. That's not where they want to be right now. And now we're down to 1. It's 1 versus the entire Canadian team. So
now what do you do?
Well, really, what you do is he's got the right idea. He's got 2 balls with him, so he can throw one and block with the other. Do not throw that second ball.
Right?
Yep, and he does not want to throw the other ball. Yeah, Chris Conner sitting back here, and he's really got to be careful right now. He's got 3 Canadians staring him down, and he's got a nice block there. And he threw that second ball. He shouldn't have thrown it without picking up another ball to protect himself. It's just what happens when you're outgunned like that and things are happening so fast. Here, we'll take a look at it. Makes a great block there. Then he throws, and unfortunately, he really should have held that second ball because it would have given him a way to block himself. Look, 1 block, he could have held, blocked, came up, and picked up the other ball. It just happened so quick. He threw. They both hit at the same time, and he's out, and Canada moves forward.
So Chris Conner from St. Louis hanging in there the best he could, but it didn't work out for him in the end. Canada in red, up 1-0 here in the semifinal.
Yeah, and once again, look at the Canadian team. Toronto is just coming up, and St. Louis is sitting back there. I really haven't seen St. Louis play this style before, and based on that first game, it's not really working for him. I'm really waiting to see if one of these players steps up. There's Matt Dewan, and he's out again, and that's a tough loss for St. Louis. He's a key player.
Dewan was in the NBC show called American Ninja Warrior, so he's got some acrobatic skills out there.
Yeah, he's an amazing athlete, and that's why I say to lose him is a big loss for the St. Louis team. And there's the Canadians retreating, and looks like Ceruto just went out to the sidelines. Oh, no, that's Snow. Snow stepped out. The Canadians, they're going to settle it down here, Trace. Watch. They're going to talk. They're going to throw together, and it'll be interesting to see because they're actually down a man, but they're on the offense.
And it seems like the communication is such a key to this game. I mean, communicating with your teammates. A lot of people you don't see doing that the entire time.
No, you're right. And Toronto's been doing a great job of that the whole tournament. But it is a pretty tight match right now. St. Louis is definitely hanging in there. And we'll have to see if they continue to play defensively or aggressively here. Now, see how they came together? And you saw teams earlier where they didn't do that. Whereas Canada knows. Look at Dave Kuttner. He's just using the tramps. Ceruto's passing him a ball. These guys are moving around. Ceruto hits the tramp. And St. Louis just doesn't know what to do. They can't dial it in on these guys. And this is a strong St. Louis team to be dancing away from here.
And Ceruto in the winter hat, he said he likes to sweat underneath that thing. That's why he has it on. He's a great catcher. That's what he's known for.
And that was an amazing play because Ceruto threw a ball and Kuttner followed right up and just took Chris Conner right out of the game. And that was an unbelievable show of teamwork right there. And there's Hayes. He drops for the block and he throws it. Ceruto. Oh my gosh. Look at it. And that just shows you what you could do on a trampoline because he jumps forward, he makes the throw, and then he comes back and catch. Watch it here. Bang. Kuttner's out. And Hayes thinks he's got it set up here. Ceruto misses. He's like, I got him in my sights. And look what he can do with these trampolines. Forward, back, up, catch. Game over. Toronto wins.
I mean, this is the reason the trampolines are nice. That little cushion right there. Ceruto goes to his back. Again, I mentioned earlier, he's known for his catching skills, and that pays off as Canada is up 2-0 here against St. Louis.
Yeah, and once again, the Toronto team comes out very aggressive, just pushing St. Louis back. And there goes Matt Dubois again out very early. And, unfortunately, that's been the story of the day. And I think that's played a real big part in this game. There's Haworth. He takes out Koplowitz, and they really needed that. And St. Louis is starting to get it together here. And they're down 3-4, but they're definitely mounting a rally. Now, look, they were playing aggressive there. Now they're backing off because they know Canada's coming after them. There it is. They're moving forward. And there's Snow. He wants to let it loose. The southpaw there. Backs up. Zach Hayes comes up, and he catches Snow, and what that does is turns the whole game around. It was 3-on-4 Toronto's advantage. Now it's 3-on-4 St. Louis advantage with Connor coming back in.
Well, that is do or die for Team St. Louis. They're down 2-0. Nice catch by St. Louis.
And look at St. Louis coming on. This is what it's all about. You can't even keep track of it. People are jumping. Ceruto's out, and I think Kuttner's left there back by himself. It's David Kuttner for Toronto against pretty much the whole St. Louis team. Look at that. Unbelievable. Look at Kuttner go.
No, they get him there.
Unbelievable.
And Toronto now only up one game, and it's 2-1, Toronto.
Yeah, take a look at this action. It just swings around with that catch here by Zach Hayes, and the ball's just flying. He comes up, he lets it loose, and things just turn around. Right here, he catches it, player comes in, he comes back up, and then check out this part right here. This series, Laziak throws, it's caught. Next thing you know, watch these guys move forward, and then there's no one left but poor Dave Kuttner. He gives it his all. Check this acrobatics.
This is where the trampolines help.
Oh, this was a great game. Boom! That's how you do it.
But Matt Dubois seals the deal right there and brings his team from St. Louis back into the mix.
Yeah, and you can see how important Matt Dubois is to this team. I mean, when he's on, he can just fire with accuracy, and he just feeds in on David Kuttner and takes him out. And they've really got to keep him in the game in this next one coming up.
Stay put. More action from the semifinals of the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship in a moment.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
If you're a fan of Ultimate Dodgeball, you won't want to miss a minute of the action. Get involved with our Facebook team. You'll find us at facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball. Watch competition and check out upcoming events and tournaments. See videos and photos and meet the teams and start one of your own. You can also locate Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Parks in your area. So like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball and join the growing community of Ultimate Dodgeball.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship from Los Angeles, California, presented by Sky Zone, the ultimate 3D play experience. Locate a Sky Zone in your area by visiting skyzonesports.com. And we are in the middle of our first semifinal match with the Sky Zone Toronto CANUCKATEERS taking on St. Louis Dream Team. Here at our Sky Zone Sports Ultimate Dodgeball Arena, the CANUCKATEERS have taken a 2-1 lead in our best-of-5 match. Ed, what are your thoughts on this game coming up? What's the strategy for St. Louis?
They need to do what they just finished, how they just finished that game off. They need to come out just flying and aggressive and do what they do best. And Toronto's just got to keep playing their game. And there we go. One Toronto guy already, Laziak actually already drops, and that's what St. Louis needs to get back in this deal. There's Ben Coots and the gang moving forward. And they didn't really throw it at the same time there. That was probably not the... And that's exactly what happened. They didn't throw at the same time. That left Kuntz up there. He was just an open target, and they weren't covering each other. Oh, and Diwa takes out Mergler, and look at that. Then Connor takes out Laziak, and all of a sudden we've got St. Louis up 4-2, and they're back in this thing. There's Snow up front, and he might want to back up a little bit to think this over. But no dice. They're being pretty aggressive.
There's Ceruto, the main catcher, but he can't catch that one, and Ceruto is out for Toronto.
Snow's back there all by himself, just waiting to see how this plays out.
Got some protection there with one ball. Now he's got two.
Yeah, he's playing it smart. He's bringing them both up. He's playing very aggressive. Oh, and a little confusion there. It looks like the balls might have collided, but we're going to reset. And Snow goes back to the corner and tries to figure out how he's going to get himself out of this deal.
It did look like he got out there.
Yeah, it's very possible his balls collide. Oh, and Snow throws it away.
And Snow gets picked off.
And there you go, St. Louis, by playing that aggressive style, keeps moving forward. And let's take a look at what happened here. There's Kuntz, and he gets popped right up front. He's all by himself up there. You can see that. There's no one there to help him, and he never should have been up there in the first place without a little protection. And he pays the price.
He beamed him hard right in the face.
Yeah, and so now we're going to take a look here at the end, and we get Connor and Snow, and what happened there is the two balls collided. And what happens, Trace, is if the two balls hit, bang, there you go, then those balls are immediately dead. So
got him in the foot right there. Welcome to Ultimate Dodgeball. These guys are getting hit everywhere on the body.
Bang. Yeah, it's a tough call to make, but that's exactly what happened there. And then Snow's coming up, and nothing really super crazy about this place other than he just threw it to a guy from St. Louis, and that ended it right there.
Well, Canada was up 2-0, and now it's tied 2-2 as St. Louis makes a huge comeback against Toronto. And this is the final game in this semifinal match. Winner of this game right here will head to the championship final.
Yeah, this is great. Let's see who gets. See, now neither team is being very aggressive on this one because they all know it's on the line here. There's Diwa, and he might want to take it easy up there because aggressive play has gotten him popped out of these games pretty quickly in the past.
St. Louis is down 1. It's 5-on-4.
And Toronto's just unloaded.
It's
just
5
unloaded.
on 3.
There we go. St. Louis is thinking it over. There's Ben Kuntz. He's got a ball. He's going to come up. He's moving around up front.
Pretty amazing how Canada has kept their composure here, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, this is great to watch. I mean, it's like a chess match out there. And look at Matt DeWalt jumping around. He knows that there's a lot on the line here. I mean, this is a big deal. This is for everything right here. Loser goes home, winner moves on.
$25,000 on the line and bragging rights.
And there goes Diwa out to the sideline, and now Ceruto's gone. So, I mean, players are coming in and coming out, and things are happening here, Trace. I mean, this is an exciting matchup.
4-on-2. Toronto is up.
And here comes St. Louis, and they let loose. And there we go with Snow, and Snow takes a shot. And it looks like he got him. And look at Dave Kuttner. He says, hey, I'm out. I got hit. And these guys are honest when they play. I'll tell you that, especially this Toronto team. Just a class act all the way around as we watch B.J. Kuntz head to the sideline. And that leaves a Canadian team with a very distinct advantage here.
So you mentioned the etiquette.
And there it is.
Canada does it. They'll head to the finals and play for $25,000 and the championship title.
And here we go. Take a look at this. Here's Mergel. He just presses Kuntz and then bang. And it was hard to see there, but if you look closer, you'll see that it hits him right in the feet and it just pops up. And, really Kuntz had nowhere to go. He should have probably been jumping rather than falling back on that one. And then bang, out goes Dave Kuttner, the captain, but Hayes just can't hang in there and Snow takes him out.
We feel great right now. That was a battle. That was a battle in the semis. We are primed for the finals right now. Championship goes through Canada this year.
That's right.
Let's do it. Feeling great. Guys. Yeah, hey guys, Canada on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Canada!
Toronto is fired up. When we return, it's the team from Boston, Mass, taking on Team Doom from Riverside, California. Semifinal number 2 is next.
If you're a fan of Ultimate Dodgeball, you won't want to miss a minute of the action. Get involved with our Facebook team. You'll find us at facebook.com/Ultimate Dodgeball. Watch competition and check out upcoming events and tournaments. See videos and photos and meet the teams and start one of your own. You can also locate Sky Zone indoor trampoline parks in your area. So like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Ultimate Dodgeball and join the growing community of Ultimate Dodgeball.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship presented by Sky Zone. Trace Worthington and Ed Prentice taking a look at our championship bracket. For our second semifinal, we have Sky Zone Boston BAMF versus Sky Zone Riverside California's Doom. But before we begin our semifinal heat number 2, let's meet both of these teams.
Welcome to the jungle.
All right, guys, we got to throw together, all right? Ball control and do the wing as much as possible, all right? We've been playing for about 2 years now together, but we've been playing overall for about 10 years. We're all the best players.
All of us, and these right here.
Be ready to play us. We're going to win.
Stay aggressive and push. All right, BAMF on 3. 1, 2, 3, BAMF!
Be worried. Be scared. It's doomsday.
1, 2, 3, Doom!
We have no weak links. Top to bottom, we're strong. Each player can take out any player at any given time on another team. We're good.
We're gonna win because we put our heart and soul into each game.
We're not gonna sit back and wait for other people to be the aggressors. We are the aggressors, and we're going to, that's how we're gonna win this tournament.
I came to win, I hate losing. If you think you're gonna take my money, you have something coming. We're gonna win because we're the best. Plain and simple.
All right, the team called Doom from Riverside, California. Captain Vince Marchbanks has been outstanding so far. Justin Payan, Cole Harrell, Nate Kreider, and Ismael Blanco. And the team from the Eastern United States, hailing from Boston, Team BAMF, Captain Mike Caterino, Derek Cutter, Matt Giovinco, his brother Andrew, his twin brother, and Michael Oliveira will make up the team from Boston. This is for a spot in the final, and they will take on the team from Canada if they win this. Whoever wins is going to go up for the championship title and $25,000 in cash.
Yeah, Trace, and this is going to be a great game. I've been waiting for this one. And, you know, you're going to watch a team from the East Coast. In fact, Giovinco's already falling around. Look at that. He did a flip over in the corner, and he's still in there. And these guys are going to be bouncing around out there using these tramps. And you look at the team from Riverside. They're playing back now. They know what they're up against.
Riverside in black, Boston in red. This is the first of 5 games. It's the best of 5 that will get you to the finals. Oh, and Riverside with a big charge here, Ed.
And out goes one of the Giovinco brothers, and there's just more coming because you look at the arms of these guys from Riverside, and look, they're just pummeling. And when they can throw that strong, that ball will come off the back wall and come right back to them. It's a huge advantage. And look at that catch by Marchbanks, and it just fired him up.
Marchbanks is all fired up, as he should be. Right now, his team is up 5-1.
And here he comes, and he's going to do that pump fake while somebody else just tees off. And there you go. You can tell by Justin Payan's signature scream that Riverside is taking it home.
It looks like the referee has come out. There's a little dispute. What's going on?
Yeah, let's take a look here. It looks like Marchbanks throws that pump. Giovinco does a great move there. Comes down. And there goes Ish Blanco, who makes the final kill. And look at it in the overhead cam. Great shot. Bang. He steps
on the line.
Steps right on the line. And, you know, that just shows how difficult it is to ref this sport.
So not only challenging for the athletes, but challenging for the referees to keep a close eye on the game as one of the Giovinco brothers, Matt, is released from the sidelines. So now
they still have a shot.
Yeah, and if you want somebody back there, it's definitely Giovinco for Boston. I mean, he's an amazing player all around. He can catch, he can dodge, and he's got a killer accurate throw. So let's see what he does here. He's playing it safe like he should, and he was very smart watch. He's going to protect, and then he picks up a ball, and that's the way to play it. And if he threw the second one, that's dangerous, because now he's totally vulnerable.
And same with the ref. He's kind of vulnerable. He blows the whistle. Giovinco is out. He stepped on the line big time there, Ed.
Yeah, and he didn't just step on the line. I mean, he got a passport to go over to Riverside's country, and there it is, clear as day, and Riverside takes the first game.
So Riverside up 1-0 here. A spot in the final and $25,000 on the line.
Yeah,
so the pressure's on.
You can see that on Andrew Giovinco's face here, just starting this match off. I mean, he is intense. He's ready to go, as this whole Boston team is. And Riverside just playing their game, very aggressive, and a no-look throw there from Marchbanks, putting back Boston on their heels.
East Coast versus West Coast. Have these teams played each other a lot, Ed?
These teams have played in some national tournaments around the country, and it's anybody's game right now. It really is.
A lot of balls flying there, nobody out.
And look at the difference of style. You see Boston moving forward and back, and then they're going to retreat now, whereas Riverside tends to sort of quadrant themselves out.
Oh, nice catch.
And there goes Oliveira. Marchbanks just tees off on him. He unloads, and you don't want to be on the other end of that thing when it's coming at you. And it looks like Boston's regrouping here, Trace.
And it's 4-on-4. Riverside in black, Boston in red.
Yeah, and look what they're doing there. They're spending too much effort on Marchbanks. I mean, Marchbanks is just sitting there. And look at that. I mean,
it's a pepper fest there.
Cutter up there. He's fired up, and ref's going to come out and sort this thing out. But let's take a look here. I mean, Marchbanks comes up, and see that ball hits his and comes down and hits him in the shin. Now, the ref's calling him out. Marchbanks doesn't hear it. He continues to play, and that puts Cutter at risk up here. Marchbanks gives him a throw, and then Kreider comes in and takes out Cutter. Cutter hits Kreider. It's pandemonium out there. And at the end result is Marchbanks is out and Cutter is out. And that's a tough break for Boston, because reality is Marchbanks affect that play, and it probably should have kept both those guys in other than Marchbanks.
So Marchbanks running a little bit of interference that perhaps may have paid off for his team, as the team from Boston is up 3-2, so they have the advantage. Oh, not anymore, 2-2.
And that's where that acrobatic play just doesn't make much sense. I mean, I know these guys are good at it, but you got to be careful. A catch would have been invaluable there. The Boston guys are talking, and look how Giovinco points out who he's going to throw at. Boston's just a very smart team, and all left is Kreider. Kreider's the last man standing for Riverside, but he's got a gun.
So Kreider trying to survive for his team, Riverside, who's up 1-0.
Yeah, in this situation, Trace, you really got to play smart if you're Boston, because you've got a huge advantage here, and you let him throw. And now he's got to come up right away. Giovinco's got to come up right away with his brother going out.
So it's 1-on-1 here in this second game in the semifinal.
Boy, this is great. These two guys both have cannons of arm, very accurate throwers. And Kreider's playing it the smart way. He's carrying two balls, and there you go.
So Riverside, California up 2-0 in this critical point in the game.
Yeah, and take a look how Kreider does here. I mean, it's just so smart. He's always got two balls in his hands, so when he's up against Caterino, he's got nothing to worry about. He throws the first one, makes Caterino move, and watch this, just bang, he picks him out of the air. And here comes Giovinco. He's moving up. He makes his throw. And because Kreider has the second ball, he can just pop him right there. I mean, it's just brilliant play by Kreider, and it gives them the game.
Riverside, California with a big advantage here. It is do or die for Boston. Riverside up 2-0. And a spot in the finals is on the line right now.
Yeah, and Boston knows that. I mean, look at Cutter back there jumping around. I mean, these guys know what's on the line, and they're just ready to take it to him. And I think Boston's a little shell-shocked here. Let's see how they come back at it. And there's an errant throw at Marchbanks, who has a blocker. I'm not quite sure why they threw that ball.
So can Captain Vince Marchbanks lead his team from Riverside to the finals?
Well, and Marchbanks just intimidates. I mean, he hasn't even thrown that ball. He steps up, and it forces Boston to take a look at him.
What's the rule on that, though? Doesn't he need to throw it at some point?
Yeah, the referee should be keeping an eye on that. But right now, it's working to his advantage, because he's still holding on to that ball, and then he just lets one fly like that. I mean, and it's just a cannon. I mean, it's just hard to beat that kind of ability.
Boston's down to 2 men. Riverside full strength at 5. Not looking good for Boston.
No, and I'll tell you right now, Riverside smells the victory right here. I mean,
boom! And now they're down to 1.
And look at that, Kreider's pumping his fist. They know, they just feel it. But Cutter's a tough guy back there, and let's see what he does because he's definitely got the skills. He took him this far. Let's see what he can get here.
He's got to make some catches.
Yeah. Cutter's playing it safe. He's backing up. He's got control of the majority of the balls, which means throwing is going to be on him now. He's going to have to make a throw, but he's carried 2 with him, which is very smart. Pump fake. He's just got to try. Oh, and there you go. It's a catch. It's over.
And that'll close it up, Ed. The team from Riverside, California, Doom, sweeping at 3-0 and will head to the championship final and face Toronto, the team called the CANUCKATEERS, for the $25,000 and the right to be called the national champions here in Ultimate Dodgeball. Don't go anywhere. Team Doom taking on the CANUCKATEERS from Canada. The finals of the $100,000 Ultimate Dodgeball Championship is next.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
If you're a fan of Ultimate Dodgeball, you won't want to miss a minute of the action. Get involved with our Facebook team. You'll find us at facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball. Watch competition and check out upcoming events and tournaments. See videos and photos and meet the teams and start one of your own. You can also locate Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Parks in your area. So like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/ultimatedodgeball and join the growing community of Ultimate Dodgeball.
Time to ride the rails with the new Chuggington die-cast track system. For the first time ever, you can stack your track as high as the sky. Now you can build your tracks a whole new way, because all Chuggington playsets are designed to combine. You can start with Wilson's Wild Ride. Connecting tracks is easy to do. What you build is up to you. You can launch from the Stormmaker machine where the wind starts to howl. Wilson spirals down past the cones and round and round. Wilson's Wild Ride Deluxe Action Playset from Tomy.
You are watching the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship from Los Angeles, California, presented by Sky Zone, the ultimate 3D play experience. Locate a Sky Zone in your area by visiting skyzonesports.com. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ultimate Trampoline Dodgeball Championships presented by Sky Zone. What an awesome day of competition, Ed. You've been in this sport a long time. What are your final thoughts about today's event?
Trace, this has been incredible. Adding this whole trampoline element has changed the sport. These guys have been flying around, and I think everyone out there really gets to see what kind of athletes we're dealing with right now. These guys have been amazing. They've gone through 21 different teams. They had to fight their way to get to this point to go ahead and shoot for this cash prize, and it's going to be awesome. I'm jacked up. I know you are. I can't wait to see the action.
Yeah, congratulations to the folks, and thanks to Sky Zone. Before we get to the finals, let's meet the teams.
We're feeling really strong right now. This is exactly who we expected to face in the finals. We've seen the Canadian team before. We've played them before. They're a great team. This is what we expected the championship to be this, and we're glad it's this. We want to play them. And there's a rivalry here. This isn't the first time we played each other. We know how each other plays, and there's a lot of money on the line. This is going to be really heated. It's going to be really fast-paced. It's going to be really intense. It should be a good show.
They beat us on their turf, and now we're on our turf, so we're going to take this home with us today.
1, 2, 3, 2! All right. right, here we go. The final round for $25,000. It's the team called the CANUCKATEERS from Toronto taking on Team Doom from Riverside, California. At 112 teams in regional tournaments, boiled down to 21 teams that made it to here, and now down to the final 2.
Yeah, Trace, this place is going crazy right now. I mean, the trampolines are ready to go. Guys are jumping around, and look at Mark Spinks right away. He's ready to throw, and the Canadians are ready to catch. So let's see what happens here. Canadians get off, pick up that extra ball in the middle, and it looks like Koplowitz. Is Koplowitz stepping to the sideline? Toronto is still throwing. They're not hesitating. And here comes Mark Spinks with that big old windup, and he backs up the entire Toronto team. And let's see what happens here as Riverside starts to take an aggressive stance. There's Pyan over there. He's got a killer arm. What do you see here, Trace? What do you think?
Well, it looks like Marchbanks just got picked off. That's a huge advantage for Canada, except now balls are flying over towards the Canadian side.
Yeah, it looks like the court just exploded. Look at Pyan just unloading. He just picks up the ball with reckless abandon and starts throwing. And now you got Laziak back there with Snow, and you've got Riverside just teeing off on these guys. Now they got
on 2.
Yeah, they got to slow it down a little bit here. And there you go, taking out Pyan over there. And that's a big loss for Riverside because Pyan's just been gunning it this whole game. So now we got 3 on 2. Laziak's in that corner. I really think these two guys should get a little closer together, be able to protect each other, but they're going to play spread out here.
Team Toronto in red, down to 2 men, Snow and Laziak. Riverside up 1-0 here in this final.
Yeah, and there's Cole Harrell. He's ready to go. He wants to get this game over with and get it in the books, and the Canadians having no part of that. Look at David Snow just playing way up front with a no look.
Nice throw by Snow, but he's also out, so 1 man left. Laziak on that side, but no dice. It is Riverside who goes up 1-0.
And Kreider's just having a heck of a game. Let's take a look at this replay here. Look at his form. I mean, he's just humming that thing. And then you just see, there they go, Canadians just dropping one at a time. You know, it goes Koplowitz, Ceruto, Mergler, and there's just nowhere to hide from this Riverside team right now. The Canadians just look shell-shocked, and then when they finally slow it down, it's not enough for them to get it all together. You know, look at Kreider, and right there, that was a pivotal play right there because the referee said that hit the floor and him at the same time, and simultaneous like that, he stays in, and then he just finishes it off, and then Laziak's just like, hey, what just happened?
Well, what just happened, Ed, is that Riverside just went up 1-0. Here we go, game 2, getting ready to roll. And I'll tell you what, Ed, the team from Riverside, California in black looking extremely strong and confident. I mean, that first game was quick.
Yeah, and it's always great to get up 1-0, but don't count Canada out because these teams have played before, and the Canadians know what they're doing. The Toronto team is definitely very strong and very ready to go at this Riverside team. So I think they just want to settle it down now and play their style of game.
You were telling me earlier it's all about chemistry, all about communication, and Canada has that, don't they? They encompass all of that good stuff.
Yeah, and they just took out Marchbanks right there by doing that. They played together as a team, 1-2 throw. They take out one of the strongest throwers on the opposing team. I mean, they're just a smart team, and they've got plenty of dodgeball left in them today. There's Kreider and Harrell, and Harrell throws a little errant throw there.
Now, Kreider has a background in baseball, and it's very apparent with the accuracy of his throws.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy what he can do, and Harrell steps to the sideline now. It's just Kreider and Pyan left. Pyan throws a wild throw, but 9 out of 10 times Pyan is going to take your head off with that thing. So I'll be interested to see what he does here as these two guys hopefully throw together at the same time.
5-on-2. Team Canada looking very strong. Now it is 5-on-1.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Kreider back there right now. It's a really good opportunity for Canada to make a play. Look at that! There it goes.
Ceruto, known for his amazing catches, grabs one right there and puts Canada back in the mix.
Oh yeah, this team is fired up after that catch right there. Yeah, I mean, take a look at this. This game is just sick. You know, the Canadians are fighting it the whole way. Even though Riverside's bringing it to them, the Canadians are going nowhere. And then they just tee off on Harrell, and now they've got Pyan and Kreider split into different corners, and then just playing smart. 2 balls come at Pyan, and they take him down. And then Kreider's back there by himself. I mean, give him credit. Look at him. I mean, he's intense. He's got a cannon. He's ready to go. But you know what he doesn't realize is look on the other end of this thing. There's Ceruto off the back wall and just keeping Canada alive and keeping the game going forward.
So Ceruto helps his team from Toronto stay in the game. It is 1 apiece when we come back. More finals.
Feel like flying? Try open jump. Want to play dodgeball? Play it in 3D. Foam pit action? The course is yours. Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience for all ages.
The Ultimate Dodgeball Championship program you are watching is presented by Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park, the ultimate 3D play experience. Center Edge Software, serious software for a fun business. John Sackage Company, rigging specialist, with additional support from Lawrence Fabric. Show your logo, and Gopher Dodgeballs. We'll return to the Ultimate Dodgeball Championships in a moment.
Back in Los Angeles for the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship, Trace Worthington and Ed Prentice. We are in our finals, $25,000 on the line here. And the team from Toronto just tied it up, one game apiece. Riverside in black, Toronto in red.
And look at Marchbanks. This guy is ready to go, and he's got that pump fake going. He's got that big arm, and it looks like. And here comes Riverside, and oh my God, Dave Cutter! I was surprised he could put his hand up because he almost lost his head just then as Marchbanks just lets one fly. And now we've got Marchbanks up front again. The Toronto team is kind of sitting back, waiting to see what's going to happen here, and that is more their style of play. And there's Pyan up there, another cannon, just throwing away. Ish Blanco covering from him on the other side. Mergler steps up for Canada.
Riverside, 5 guys strong. Toronto has 4. Toronto fires some back end.
Yeah, this is really great move on Toronto's part. He didn't make the catch, and he's stepping to the sideline, and that leaves, look at Riverside jumping around back there. I mean, they are fired up. I think they can feel that they have this game, and all of a sudden it's just Laziak back there. I mean, he's all by himself. But he takes out Kreider. Oh, and look at that. Harold catches it between his legs.
What an amazing catch by Harold.
Yeah, take a look at this. I mean, Kreider gets hit, but no one's paying attention while Harold's over there making the play of the game. Check this out. Boom. And he just catches it right between his 2 shins and picks him up like just another day at the office.
2-1 Doom. Could be the last game. CANUCKATEERS got to win this to stay alive.
Laziak, he'll sit on the sidelines for this one. Koplowitz will take his spot. They come in with 6 strong into this game. How many people can you field in one of these games?
Yeah, these tournaments 5-on-5, and the Canadians, the guys from Toronto, have 6, so they rotate a player in every other game. And Laziak's turn to sit, and it looks like they're down to 4 right now, and that's not where they want to be, I'll tell you that. Look at Kuttner talking to his team. They're all throwing at the same time, and there you go. You got one.
They get Marchbanks?
Yep, Marchbanks went down.
So they got Marchbanks. Good move by Canada, and it's 4-on-4.
And they're just playing real smart now. They backed up Pyan, but they weren't able to take him out there. And this is it. This is for all the marbles. I mean, the Canadians know this is the whole deal right here.
Riverside up 2-1. If they close it out, they'll be $25,000 richer and have the championship title.
Yeah, Pyan takes out Snow, and he calls him out as he's doing it. And now we've got Kuttner and Ceruto. And if anybody can catch, it's either of these two. Look at
great move by Kuttner.
He wants this bad, and he knows how important this is. Ish Blanco, haven't heard much from these championship games, but man, he is a solid player. Look at him scrambling around out there, distracting that Canadian team.
And if there's 2 guys you want to have on the court right now, if you're Canada, it's Ceruto and Kuttner, but Kuttner's out.
Yeah, and that leaves Ceruto, but he's made some amazing catches. We've seen it before. Can he do it again? That's going to be the challenge right now.
Oh! Ceruto gets picked off.
Live by the catch, die by the catch.
And Riverside, California, with 3 games to 1, will take the title here at the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship.
$25,000, and these guys deserve every penny of it here. Let's take a look at the replay and see what happened with the Canadians here. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, Mergler tosses a ball over to Snow. Snow's not really ready for it, and meanwhile, Pine sees that coming. He takes out Snow, Mergler gets hit, and all of a sudden, Canadians lost half their team. Look at Pine. He sees that, he takes advantage of it, and he calls them out and steps on back. And now we're sitting here with Ceruto and Kuttner left, and yeah, they're great catchers, but when half your team goes away, it makes it kind of tough to pull it out. And then bang, look at Kuttner going, and that's amazing. Kuttner pops up his arm. Hey, I got hit. I've played with these guys before. Dave Kuttner's a class act, steps off the court, leaves Ceruto there to try to fight back for the Canadians, and look at him. He just knows the deal. He steps back. Now we got Ceruto left. He's trying to put up a fight. He's been catching like crazy, but it bit him this time because he throws up a throw that ends the game.
Gets a little taste of his own medicine, and congratulations to all of the teams here at the Ultimate Dodgeball Championship. That wraps it up for us. Team Doom from Riverside, California take down the first ever Ultimate Dodgeball Championship and a nice $25,000 first place check. And of course, the trophy. It's been a great weekend of action, and remember, you can play Ultimate Dodgeball at a Sky Zone in your area. Make sure you follow us over at facebook.com/Ultimate Dodgeball for upcoming tournaments in your region. For Ed Prentice, I'm Trace Worthington. Thanks for hanging with us.